What's up everyone, welcome to ntwanfc. In today's video we're going to review Mickael Silvestre. So eFootball 2026 has just been out for a day now, and this is the first player that we're going to review, probably the cheapest player, the cheapest playing player that you'll get all year. For a single $1 in the store you can get Mickael Silvestre here, and he is 102 rated, offensive fullback. He's a lefty. He can play center back, 183, 87 kilos. And as you can see here, he has some pretty decent passing stat, 86 in low pass, 89 in a lofted pass, quite pacey. Not exactly how I remembered him in real life, but I guess that's what they decided to do here. His defensive stats, though, sort of in the mid 80s range. We're going to have a quick look here at the progression point. I just went with the basic build. You can try to, I guess, take some points away from the lower body strength and perhaps give in aerial strength and defense. Perhaps that would help him a little. But if you do that, then you're going to find out that his overall usually goes down. Here it still stays at 102. Perhaps we're going to try that just a couple of points away so that he can get a little more aerial strength. But we're going to try him out like that, and then we're going to see if perhaps we need to change that build or not, to giving more defensive stats, more aerial stats. But we're going to test him out like this. When it comes to the booster, he has crossing as his first booster. I gave him a random booster for the second one. He got striker instinct that gave him that 102 rating, that extra point. So I guess they think of him as an offensive player more than a defensive player. Let's look at the player skills here. He comes with the following skills: scissor feint, heading, through passing, pinpoint crossing, edge crossing, man marking, interception, aerial superiority, sliding tackle, and fighting spirit. So he has some very interesting skills here, especially in the crossing department. He's not a crossing specialist per se, but he has pinpoint crossing and edge crossing. So what do you need to give him if you want to make him more complete? Well, for a defender, he needs to have a blocker. That's a big one here that he's missing. He's got man marking, interception, and sliding tackle. He needs blocker. Another one that he needs is going to be acrobatic clearance, which he lacks. And then, you could go on and adding something like a weighted pass. I would suggest giving him track back, because he is an offensive fullback. He's going to push up, and if you want him to come back, all the time, then you probably should put track back on him. Otherwise, he's going to do a Roberto Carlos and stay, in front and leave some big spaces behind him. And the last one that would give him would probably be one touch pass. If he's going to be running down the flank, you're probably going to need to do some 1-2s with him, and one touch pass is just going to help him play better with his teammates. So let's take this Mickael Silvestre, his first card in eFootball, on the pitch, and let's see how good he is. All right, here we go. We have Mickael Silvestre here on the left flank of the defense. Mickael Silvestre, nice header. Pavel Nedved here with the free kick. Silvestre, good header. Silvestre. Puskás, he's got some space. Silvestre. A little late on the ball here. Silvestre. It's too short here. Can't get to the ball. Silvestre. Very, very late here. There it is. The cross from Pavel Nedved for Yaya Toure finally. But so far, Silvestre has been a little bit out of position. Perhaps center back is not really what he should be playing. We're going to try him as a left back now. Silvestre, not the best of passes here. And now he's way out of position. Silvestre, nice header. Cruyff offside by a tiny bit here. And Mbappe finds the goal here. Silvestre. A little bit late to defend this corner here. So that is it here for our first game in eFootball 2026. Mickael Silvestre here. Alright, so first thoughts on this Mickael Silvestre card. First of all, it's nice to see a new player added in the game. It's nice to see one of these epic cards not being in a pack of 200 like the latest Samuel Eto'o and Wesley Sneijder. For just $1, you can get this guy in the store. And of course, you know, it is a card that is a $1 card, so he's not going to be the best defender out there. I could tell playing him in central defense that he had slightly low defensive awareness. He was sometimes out of position. He would go for an aerial challenge when he would mistime it and not be there really to be able to challenge the attacker. I thought he was a little bit better playing as a left back. He pushed forward a little bit, but when he did so, he's not super skilled on the ball like Roberto Carlos, you know, as an attacking wingback. And once he was up there, you know, joining the attack, then he was leaving big holes in the defense, the same way Roberto Carlos does, but perhaps without the attacking prowess that Roberto Carlos adds when he overlaps on the wing. So this Mickael Silvestre, overall, you know, it is not a bad card per se, but of course not the best card out there, considering he is a very, very cheap card, sort of like Guardiola last year. He's someone that you can use He's usable, I would say. If you're gonna do the events, if you're gonna do the English League event, perhaps in division, it's going to be a little bit more difficult because his defensive awareness, being in the mid 80s, is not quite going to cut it. If you're gonna play division, you would rather have defenders with defensive awareness at least in the 90s, or perhaps in mid 90s, 95 or more. But overall, I think it's nice to see this card added in the game at an affordable price point. So I would say for $1, you cannot go wrong with this Mickael Silvestre card. So that is it, guys, for our first review here of the year in eFootball 2026. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave a like, and I will see you all on the next one. Peace.
Hit me with that like, and sub to the channel. Hit me with that like, and click the effing bell. Click that bit, alright. The algo recommends, for she gon' like. The algo knows you well. Hit me with that like, subscribe to the channel. Hit me with that like, and click the effing bell.